Good job, Game Freak. You actually made something I enjoyed. Hey everybody, my name is Ash, and today I want to talk about the new expansion pack for Pokemon Sword and Shield, Isle of Armor. So right now, I'm about 2.5 hours into the expansion, and I figured that would be a good spot to stop and talk about it. The whole expansion takes place in a wild area, so that means there's strong Pokemon walking around, and you have full camera control. Camera control is the biggest issue that I had with the base game. You know when you're walking around town and you're trying to move the camera but you can't, and it's all just fixed and annoying as hell? That doesn't exist here. It only exists when you walk into a building, which makes sense. So having this camera control makes this expansion pack already 5 levels higher than the base game. So our story so far is you're invited to this new area, you don't really know anything about it. This weird flamboyant dude named Avery is like, hey, come check out this dojo or whatever. And then you go and you fight him and he's like, oh, you're really strong, you're not gonna work here, blah blah blah. I don't think you're at the highest caliber enough to go to this dojo, so you should leave, go home. So Avery's on a journey to become the new psychic type gym leader, and he'll basically not let anyone get in his way, and he doesn't want you there because you're way more powerful than he is, and he realizes that. I want to say, I really like Avery. You don't get a whole lot of time with him at this point in the game, these 2 hours that I played, but already I think he's so much better than Bidet or Beatty or whatever the hell you want to call that guy. He just works better. And I think it's because we have less time with him that I start to like him more. I don't know if that really makes any sense, but that's kind of how I feel about him. At this point, after defeating Avery, I went around and just dicked around and caught Pokemon for 45 minutes. Just exploring. Yeah, you all know how the wild area works. It's fun. You can still do the Dynamax battles. There's all these new Pokemon coming in from the old games. It gives you this huge rush of nostalgia, and you're just infatuated by it. So finally, after catching 15 new Pokemon, I decided to head back to the dojo where Avery told me not to go. And we're greeted by this new character. Her name's Miss Honey, and she basically is like, oh, you're the new student, blah blah blah, let me bring you in so you can meet everybody. You go inside and you see that there's all these people training and stuff, and you meet the master of the dojo. His name is Mustard, and he's really cool. Basically right away he's like, yo, you're cool, let's fight. You beat him, you wipe him, you destroy that hoe, and he invites you into the dojo. So after you beat Master Mustard, he tells you that he wants the dojo to go and do these 3 trials. The first one is chasing down these slowpokes to retrieve Avery's uniform back. It's easy, whatever. The second one is he wants you to go out and collect these mushrooms that other Pokemon have been going around eating. He wants to use them for this ayahuasca ritual where he makes Pokemon really, really big, even bigger than Dynamaxing or some bullshit. You go and do that. And then the third trial is just fighting your rival, which is Avery. So after this intense, crazy, sweaty, grueling battle with Avery, you walk away the victor. And Master Mustard is so proud of you, he decides to give you the armor of the dojo, the armor of the Isle of Armor, blah, 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 whatever. I'm not gonna say what it is, play it, I don't wanna spoil it. Alright, so I said I only played about 2.5 hours of the game so far, and I wanna stop it there and talk about the things that I like and that I dislike at this point. First thing I like is the camera control, obviously. My second pro is after completing the first trial, you get a little gift, and you get to pick which gift you want. I'm not gonna talk about it, I'm just gonna show the gameplay. You get a fucking Bulbasaur or a Squirtle, it's sick as shit. The coolest thing, I'm so happy. Alright, now I wanna talk about my cons. My first con is where's Marnie? The best character of the base game, where is she? I want her back, she's sick. Bring it back in. Okay, so my real con is just sort of a pet peeve of mine, and I really feel like no one else will be bothered by it except for me because I'm dumb as hell. I get that the game can be played before finishing the base, right? So before you finish Sword and Shield, you can play this being as you're actually able to if you're strong enough, right? Okay. But why is it that even if you finish the game, nobody knows who you are here? They mention Leon being the champion of the region and all this stuff, but I beat him. I tore him down. I'm the new champion. Where's my recognition here? Everyone walks around and they're like, oh, who the hell are you? You're just some kid, blah, 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 blah. Like, bitch, nah. Bitch, nah. I am the champion of the Galar region. You will give me the respect I deserve. What the fuck? And like I said, you can play it without finishing the base game. But how hard would it be to just add a little trigger in there that like, oh, you beat the base game. Cool, let's recognize you. I don't know why it bothers me. I really don't, but it does. So what I'm trying to say is I don't really have an actual con of the game so far. It's fun. It's been really fun. I've been enjoying it more than the base game. I felt like Sword and Shield just dragged on way too long and was kind of boring in parts. At one point, I just started skipping all the dialogue. I was like, I don't care at all. This I do. It's funny. It's cool. It's new. You get that camera control that you've been wanting. The whole thing takes place in that. I don't know how long it is yet, obviously, but if it's more than like 5-6 hours, I'm ecstatic to be able to do that for the whole time. Good move. That's a really, really good move. It's leaning towards what we want in a new console Pokemon game. I do plan on doing a review after I finish the expansion. Probably be a little bit more professional than this video is, but I just wanted to talk about it. Thank you for watching my video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you're enjoying your time with Isle of Armor, let me know in the comments below. I'm actually really curious to see what other people think about this. So, thank you.